The Malaysia Competition Commission, or MyCC, is probing 500 companies suspected of being involved in rigging the bidding process of a facilities management and construction contract worth 2 billion ringgit under the Public Works Department, or JKR. MyCC Commissioner Datuk Jagjit Singh Bansing said MyCC has received a total of 20 complaints on the matter, of which more than half came from government agencies, while the rest came from private companies, the bulk of which are builders. Speaking at the Malaysia Competition Law Conference 2022 in Selangor today, Jagjit said he was unable to reveal which project it is, as the matter is still under investigation. Finance Ministry Head of Government Procurement Policy Section Ahmad Fauzi Sungip also confirmed the case with The Edge on the sidelines of the conference and added that the issue may interrelate with corruption. He described the firms being probed as quite experienced. Johor Corp's plantation unit, Kulim, Malaysia, said it has received its first post-pandemic batch of migrant workers from Indonesia after 2 years of the COVID-19 pandemic, paving the way for more foreign workers to enter Malaysia. Kulim said in an emailed statement that it welcomed 37 workers from Lombok, Indonesia yesterday evening. Kulim Chief Operating Officer Fairuz Ismail said after 2 years of the pandemic, more workers can be expected to arrive while adhering to the stringent processes and procedures. Malaysia is experiencing a national shortage of an estimated 1.25 million workers, with manufacturers reportedly short 600,000 workers, construction 550,000, the palm oil industry 120,000, chip makers 15,000 and glove makers 12,000. Companies say they are facing difficulties hiring locals, especially to fill the unskilled general worker category, and earlier this month, planters said they were bracing for losses in earnings by a further 5 to 10% this year, exacerbated by the country's acute labour crunch. According to a Reuters report, Indonesia's ambassador to Malaysia, Hermono, said that Jakarta had approved requests for 4,699 workers for Malaysia's plantation sector only. More workers are expected to arrive in Malaysia this month. Prime Minister Datuk Sri Ismail Sabri Yaakob said more than 7 billion ringgit worth of civil works contracts were offered to subcontractors and local suppliers for the East Coast Rail Link, or ECRL, project as of April this year. Ismail Sabri said the main contractor of the mega project, China Communications Construction Co., or CCCC, has also agreed to pay special attention to the appointment of small contractors of grade G1 to G3 to directly benefit them. Speaking in conjunction with the groundbreaking ceremony for the Genting ECRL tunnel project, he said a special committee on the participation of local and Bumiputra contractors for the ECRL project has been established to monitor and ensure effective participation of qualified local companies. The latest figure marks progress from 3.9 billion ringgit of works awarded to local players from 2017 until November 2020. Meanwhile, Transport Minister Datuk Sri Wee Ka Siong said the project is now at a convincing level of progress and is on track to achieving 37% completion by end 2022. The goal is to complete the project by December 2026 so that it may begin operations in early 2027. Former Finance Minister to Datuk Sri Ahmad Husni Hanatzlah testified today that Datuk Sri Najib Razak was the one wielding the decision-making power in 1MDB, and former CEO Datuk Shahrul Azra Ibrahim Halmi was merely taking instructions from the then Prime Minister and Chairman of the Fund's Advisory Board. Husni is the 20th prosecution witness of the 1MDB Tenor trial. Yesterday, Najib's lawyer Tan Sri Muhammad Shafi Abdullah painted a picture to Husni of Shahrul being a criminal and cited the testimony of former 1MDB chairman Tan Sri Muhammad Baqi Saleh, who also called Shahrul a criminal. Under re-examination today from lead prosecutor Datuk Sri Gopal Sri Ram, Husni defended Shahrul, saying Shahrul was merely following Najib's orders, which which resulted in 1MDB losing $700 million through a sham investment. He added that Shahrul was only terminated in 2016 from 1MDB after all the mismanagement had taken place, adding that he was even appointed to the Prime Minister's office after that. He also testified that he was not aware if Shahrul had received any other perks besides his salary from 1MDB. Global interest rate hike-driven recession concerns appear to have taken the glitter off YX Precious Metals or YXPM, which was listed on Bursa Malaysia's ACE market today. Its share price closed at 27 sen versus its listing price of 28 sen. The jeweller said today it is planning to increase its market share in Malaysia because there is still a lot of room for improvement as it only has a 6.1% share in the domestic jewellery market. According to Managing Director Ng Xiao Chin, the company hopes to up the number of retail customers it is serving from around 300 currently. YXPM is a 70% owned subsidiary of Tomei Consolidated. It was the most active stock on Bursa today, trading between 26.5 sen and 30.5 sen, with 129.95 million shares changing hands. Meanwhile, Tomei's share price settled down 1.07% at 92.5 sen apiece, with 196,700 shares transacted.